Hello, welcome to the weather update. It is Sunday, October 30th. Just one more day left of this month. Of course, tomorrow's Halloween. And we had more cloud. Well, we had sun today, but we had quite a bit of high clouds around, filtering the sun throughout, a good part of the day. And you can see, almost looks like a warm front there. We'll have to see. That's just an area of high clouds or an actual warm front. We'll look at the temperatures in a moment. But as far as today went, it was a little milder than yesterday. So we're going to go look at our current conditions out right now. Let's show you the skies first. That's what it looked like this evening with the cirrus. See, kind of a nice sunset there. So a little nice sunset for you. But anyway, let's go look at our current conditions outside. Not as cold as last night, except at West Hampton. They're down to 37. But we see temperatures generally 46 at Islip. Of course, holding on to the 50s in the city. And we have 40s, mid-40s in New Jersey. So let's go take a look at our highs and lows for the day. Well, first show you Islip. We'll go over what the day was like at Islip. So 46 for Islip right now, but we did get well into the 60s today. It was pretty mild, actually, much milder than yesterday. Definitely back above normal, and you can see we had mostly southeasterly winds. Dew points have remained low, fortunately. So let's go look at our highs and lows for the day. We'll first start with the lows this morning, and look at that. Wow, West Hampton got down to 28. It was pretty cold this morning. Every mid-30s for lows, 36 at Islip as well. So that's pretty low. 36 and 35, 32 being reported in Acropolis. It was very cold this morning. It was, especially because there's no heat where I live, so they have, we don't get heat, I guess, either. So hasn't been that cold maybe during the day. Maybe that's why. But at night, boy, did it drop off. That's for sure. A lot of really, the city only got down to the mid-40s, but everybody else, man, it was cold last night, mid-30s, very cold. And again, got below freezing at West Hampton as well. Looks like Connecticut also got below freezing as well. Let's see about New Jersey. And I bet you they also got, no, not quite as cold there. Well, it did get down to 30 at Lakehurst. 29 reported in Jackson. So Sarah got a little colder, I guess. Maybe the cloud cover that was coming in off the ocean might have kept the temperatures a little higher along the Jersey Shore. But if you go further north, you'll see that it did get close to freezing and below freezing in places like Jamesburg and Old Bridge, 29. So yeah, got really cold. The conditions were really ideal for radiational cooling overnight, and that helped it cool down quite a bit. So let's go look at our highs. Except along the shore again, along the Forks, it was warmer. So you can see here during the day we got into the mid 60s, more or less. Yep, mid-60s, mid-67, so almost upper 60s, some upper 60s in New Jersey. Quite a range in temperatures there, from 30s to almost a 30 plus degree range in temperatures today. It's quite a range for sure. That's what you get with the radiational cooling. So going to our current conditions here, let's see if we can see if that is an actual warm front. If there's actually warmer air back here, I'm going to look at the dew points and see if there is. Not really. It's just an area of clouds. It's not an actual warm front. Okay, so it's just an area wave of high clouds that will be coming in, I guess, as we head toward the morning. So let's go look at the models here, and we will actually first start with the upper air. So we'll start with because we're doing the longer version today. So we'll start with the upper air, and you'll see, the jet stream's kind of like well up into Canada and zonal. So that means we're not really going to see any cool air coming in. In fact, we have a ridge building here, a little bit of a split flow there, but a ridge basically in the east. You got, again, a very weird narrow trough that comes through the middle of the country next week. But you can see for us, we kind of stay in a ridge, which keep things in. You have to watch. It looks like it's trying to spin something up over there, tropical in nature. But you can see for us, no really big troughs coming in. So that means no really big cool downs. The cool down just kept getting pushed, and now we don't even see it anymore when you look at this. So that means above normal temperatures. So when we look at and we'll look at also at the upper air height anomaly here, and you'll see that ridging over the east too. We pretty much stay in a ridge pattern right through this week until next week, into the weekend. It's just staying. That ridge isn't going anywhere. Maybe we see a little bit of it try to poke through by the middle of the month, but that ridge isn't going anywhere, which means we are going to be above normal. So if we go look at the Climate Prediction Center here at the 6 to 10 day outlook, yep, we're in the dark red, so we're going to be quite a bit above normal. Very good chances of being above normal. Backs off a little bit toward the 8 to 14, and you'll see precipitation amounts near normal. So yeah, it's crazy. So let's go to the temperature anomaly chart here, and you see that as we head into today, you see we're above normal. Tomorrow we'll be above normal. We'll be above normal every day. Tuesday above normal, Wednesday above normal, Thursday, and then we get into some well above normal weather next weekend perhaps. Going to next week, look at how warm it is going to get. This is election day. It has very warm conditions over New York, so continuing to be warm, and then maybe finally it'll cool down a little more, but it's just the cooler air is generally out west. You could see that. That's where the trough is. We're getting into this ridge, so that means that we're going to be dealing with a lot of above normal temperatures. So let's go look at the surface now, and go and look at the surface. You will see that we have tomorrow should be mostly dry, but then we have some rain chances as we head into Tuesday. Then another high pressure builds in and brings us fair but warmer weather. You can see it's well up into Canada. That high noses down again in this weird, this is a very common thing now. These highs coming down from New England. You can see Thursday, here you go, dealing with that high from New England. Friday, it's going to keep us dry, and then it moves offshore by the weekend, and that's when we get into that really warm flow. And you'll see that it's going to continue warm. It's going to be warm right in Election Day. And it's just crazy. And then maybe we finally get into this cooler air, maybe by November 12th. You can see it just keeps pushing it off. So that is the problem that we have. It's going to be well above normal. So let me go look at the HRRR model here. And we'll look at the 0Z HRRR model. And we'll see when again how tomorrow is going to work. Hopefully it does stay dry. I think it will. It's showing a couple of scattered light showers. As we get into the evening after 8, 9 o'clock, maybe some starting to break out over New Jersey. And then as we get toward midnight, some on Long Island. We have some showers overnight. And then as we head into the rest of Tuesday, it's just very widely scattered shower activity. And that's about it. All right, so don't expect too much from it. Let's go look at our dew points and wind flow on the HRRR here. So we have the dry air in place. And you can see the dew points stay fairly low to start for tomorrow. They come up a little bit, but they don't really start coming up until tomorrow night. And that's when we're going to see those rain chances tomorrow night into Tuesday with that south flow. And that's when it's going to be a little humid, and that also brings the rain chances as well. So looking at our temperatures, tonight we'll probably get into some. I don't think the radiational cooling is going to be as intense. So I think most of us will see 40s. That's as low as it's going to get tomorrow. Similar temperatures to today, mid-60s. Tomorrow night probably doesn't drop back as much. We'll probably have lows maybe in the mid-50s. And then Tuesday, we'll again see mid-60s. So, again, above normal. That's going to continue. So, let's go to the GFS here. Go a little further into the future here. And show you, again, the dew points. So, here's your dew points on the GFS. You see that moisture coming in. Winds go to the west Tuesday night. And then as we get into Wednesday, that's when we have more of a north to northeast flow. That'll bring in the drier air and hopefully some clearer skies. And then you can see it becomes kind of an east flow, like similar to what we just been through here. Low dew points, and then you can see the dew points start coming up a little bit by Friday. And then as you get to Saturday, that's when you're going to start getting to that warm flow. And maybe a little moisture too with it too as well. And that's what we're going to see. We're going to be dealing with a little humidity with this second batch here of warmth here, it looks like, unfortunately. So it could be kind of a tropical yuck fest, perhaps. And then maybe we'll see that cold air come in. It's a way into the future, though. All right, so let's look at the surface temperatures here. Looking at Wednesday, you can see it's going to be quite mild. Could see upper 60s to around 70. It's well above normal, despite the north winds. It might cool down at night with radiational cooling. But during the day will be Thursday a little bit cooler, maybe upper 60s. Mid to upper 60s, probably near 70, 65 to 70 on Friday. And you can see as you get into the weekend, look at the 70s Saturday, 70s Sunday. I mean, Monday, still dealing with some 70s. Look at this, still. So we're going to have like 5 days of 70s in a row, perhaps. Not even more. And 80 degrees, not out of the question if you're in New Jersey. Still hanging on to this heat. So we're going to have to wait until until probably Saturday or Sunday to get out of this. So this is going to be the problem. And you can see it just goes right back. So we are heading into a very, very warm stretch. Again, anyone looking for typical November weather, we're not going to see it. Got to remember, due to climate change, all these things are changing around us. It's very serious. So here's tomorrow on the GFS. We'll have some sun tomorrow, I think. I think we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. Tuesday, we'll probably see more in the way of clouds. Wednesday should be a mostly sunny day. And so should Thursday. So we should see a good amount of sunshine both those days. As we get into Friday, maybe a few more clouds. So it's still showing a good amount of sun. And then as we get into the weekend, that's when we get into that damp, humid flow. It's going to be more clouds and perhaps some rain chances also with that. But this is way into the future now. So let me go to the RGM here. I don't usually go talk about the cloud cover that far into the future because it's very hard to predict. We can just stick to this week. So this is the RGM. You can see it's got a good amount of clouds over us, but there could be some sun breaking through from time to time. Tuesday, we'll probably see more in the way of clouds. And then as we get into Wednesday should be mostly sunny. And that should be a nice clear day, although warm. You know, if you want cool and sunny, well, you had it late yesterday afternoon. That's the only day it's going to be like that till I don't know when. Because we're going to be well above normal for quite a while in this pattern here. Just ridiculous. We keep seeing this time and time again. It's totally abnormal. It's very disturbing, to say the least. We can look at an alternative viewpoint, and I'll go to the European model. But I think it's going to show pretty much the same deal. As we get into that high is going to move into an offshore position, and then we're going to get into that warm, disgusting flow. So, although we'll be above normal this week, at least it will be dry. As we get toward the weekend, we start getting that tropical, disgusting air. That's when it's not going to be as nice. So, keep those air conditioners handy as we head into November. No need for heat. No, not at all. Have a good night. Thank you for watching.